Welcome back to Maintenance Made on a Budget. Today I'm going to show you how to fix a leaking Delta bathroom sink faucet. As you can see here, it's got some leak, and that's one place they will commonly leak is from the two faucets. Inside of here, there's a cartridge. So when you, I've already shut that one off. When you open it, it allows the water to come through, and you close it. So it's a bit different than maybe a faucet that you might be dealing with. Either way, the way these work is there's going to be a set screw in there. So you'll need an Allen wrench, and you'll take this off and you'll have access to that cartridge, and we'll show you how to get that replaced. That's what this video is going to be about today. So the first thing you got to do is you got to shut the water off, and you're going to have to shut both of them in case there's any leak on either one. So if you go underneath, you'll either have like a hand valve that you turn, or in this case, these just pull out. I've already closed that one, and like this one here, you pull back towards me and it shuts off. So if you have that design, that's how they work. Or you just push it back in to open it. Pretty cool. They're on more newer installations. I haven't come across these yet that have issues. Leave a comment below if you've dealt with these type of shut-off valves, if they are found to be faulty or not. I haven't worked on too many of these. Usually I come across the ones that you have to close righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. But so far I haven't seen any issues with that type of setup yet. So anyway, both of those are now closed. Water's off. Okay, so now we'll do the next step. You're going to want to turn it towards you. There you can see the hole. So I'll need an Allen wrench now. All right, so I got the Allen wrench, and this is what an Allen wrench is. So you can find these at Harbor Freight or any of your local department stores like Home Depot or those types, or even Amazon. I don't know. I don't remember what size this is. I think it might be around the 3/32. I'm not exactly sure. But get the Allen wrench that fits. It's not a specialty Allen wrench. It's just a regular Allen wrench. So sometimes you come across those funky ones. All right, so we'll take this off. Right. And it just pops off like that. You don't even have to take the set screw all the way out. Now, depending upon your situation, you may have this all caked up with calcium if it's a bit older or a different, area. So just be advised, you might have to work into that. Now, if it's all caked up in there, you could try spraying some vinegar and kind of cleaning it out with a little brush, trying to break it clean. Hopefully you don't come across that. And then you'll have like a lock nut here. So that's where the channel locks will come in. All right, so I got the channel locks, but you'll notice once I get them on there, the whole thing wants to spin. I don't know if you can see that. So this is now where you're going to need two helpers. Now, in some cases, hopefully you can get it to break free without having to do this next step. But if you're coming across this, you're going to have to get someone else to help you or figure out a way, because underneath here, you'll see that there's a nut. So you'll see there's like a nut there. So as you're turning the top, this whole thing is kind of rotating around. So we're going to have to get, and you can see where it's leaking through here. So I'm going to have to get someone to hold that with another pair of lock nuts and hold that. Or you can get vice grips. We'll try that. Okay, so I wedged some vice grips there, just in case you're by yourself. This is why you would need vice grips. And you can see how I did it. I just put it on the lock nut there, and as you turn, the vice grip will turn, but it'll hit that bowl, and you'll be able to break it free. A little bit extra work, but believe me, if you don't got any helpers around, you'll need this. Okay, now as you can see, I can turn it to the left and it came loose. And then you take this lock nut off, and then this part should now be able to come up. And you might, again, this could be stuck in there if you have a lot of calcium built up. Just depends. your particular situation, and be mindful of how this is sitting in there. So you have this piece here like that, and it just sits in such a way. Okay, so just, you know, be mindful of how you pull things out. We're going to go ahead and grab it from the stem here and just pop it up like that. Okay, now you'll see how it's shaped. Now what I'm going to do is I'm taking this to my department store and I'm going to see if they have one. And then inside the bottom there, I'm not sure if you're able to see that or not, but we're going to pull it out with, you have a seat, like a rubber piece, like a gasket, and then a seat that sits down in there. This seat and a spring, right? So I think that's it. Yeah. So you have a spring, the rubber seal goes in there first, right? Nothing too crazy. It looks pretty good. And then a spring. So I'm just going to go with buying this piece because this is what ends up leaking through the time here. So, all right, so I'm going to get the part replaced. All right, so I got the new piece. Found it at Home Depot. It is more expensive at Home Depot. It's around $15, but I have to get this done today, so this has to get done today. On Amazon has it for under 10 with this new cartridge and the spring and the rubber piece. So if you can do it, order it online. I'll throw up the part number here on the screen so you can at least have that for Google search. Anyway, got the new one. So first thing we're gonna do is we got to put the spring and the rubber piece back. Before you do that, you might want to, if you can, if you have some silicone, like Vaseline, put some around that rubber O-ring, maybe a little bit around here, and also on the threads. Especially if you have a hard time taking this apart of corrosion. That'll really help next time. Seems like these things are common to go out and leak, so help yourself now. All right, so to put it back, just use your Allen wrench. Put the rubber garment on there, or the rubber gasket, and make sure you put the spring back on the same way, and use that to guide down inside the hole. That just helps get it in there better. Mainly because there's still water in there and it kind of floats around on you a bit. So, you know, you want to get that to sit down on there like that. Okay. Then the next part is make sure that this flat piece here has like a, you'll see it's like a flat piece, lines up with the inside of your, you can see there, the top part of that hole has like a flat. That's how that's going to slide down on there. And you need to make sure that your hole matches up to how you took it off, right? So if you can remember, when I took it out, it kind of looked like that. So when it goes in, it'll be like that. All right, so you'll slide that down in there. And you're going to have to adjust a little bit because on the side here, there's little alignment holes, and you'll kind of push it down. There we go. See? Now you also have a little spacer here, and that is to go against that space there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's going to hit up against that, so you can turn it either way. And since I'm already to this position, it's probably going to need to go on this side, so I can turn it back in the other position. So when it goes that way, it'll turn that way, and it'll move the cartridge that way. Hopefully it goes back in that way. If not, then I'll just take it back off and then put it on that side, since I don't remember. So anyway, just make sure you put that piece in before you put your spacer back on. Then you'll put this back on. Tighten it back down. And again, with this, you don't want to over tighten it. You should have some nice silicone on there, or Vaseline if you can. And then just snug it barely down. Don't get crazy with it. That's already tight enough. Yeah. Okay. Then you'll should be able to just line that up. All right. And then you'll put your set screw in. And I ended up taking it all the way out. Okay, put your set screw in, and we'll go for a test. Okay, so that piece, I had to take it back off, and that little spacer, I had to move it back to the front, and now she works just fine. So that's how you do it, guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I hope you keep coming back. I make a bunch of videos about how to fix things, and they're all on a budget. So the budget for this, unfortunately, was probably right around just under 20 bucks. I paid 15. Go to online Amazon, get it for under 10. And of course, you need to have the tools, you know, channel locks, maybe some vice grips, not vice grips, but adjustable wrench. And in my case, I had to get vice grips because I had to hold the nut underneath. So, but you know what? Those are tools you should already have. Those are very common tools to have. So I suggest getting those anyways if you don't. And thanks, guys. See you next time.